Hey guys, Brandon Webb, former Navy SEAL, sniper instructor, here to talk about mindset. When I was the head instructor for the West Coast Sniper course, mental management was a huge aspect of the program. I've given a few talks on SOFREP.com about this, also on my Instagram feed, just about the importance of mental management as a whole. Also some basically tips on visualization, self-talk, goal setting, purpose, that kind of thing. The big thing I want to talk about today is solution mindset over problem mindset. I remember when the pandemic really sat in and it started to affect me personally, as far as running a business. I had a business called a Crate Club, which we ended up selling to a competitor this year because COVID blew up our supply chain. The business was already under stress, but we had grown so fast in 3 years to about 15 million in revenue, had all sorts of problems. Then COVID hit, supply chain blew up, and I ended up selling the business. But I remember the pandemic hit going, you know what, I'm gonna turn this into an advantage for myself. Like what can I leverage in the pandemic based on my skill set, my experience, to come out of this in a much stronger position financially. But that's just the choice that we all have to make. Like bad things can either happen to us or we can happen to them in the form of kind of using adversity as opportunity. And that's a simple choice of deciding whether you're going to be on the side of the table that is solution focused or the side of the table that's problem focused. We've all been in a classroom, a school project, in the workplace, where we've seen people just start calling out like, this is going to go wrong, that's a problem, this is a problem. And those of us that have a solution mindset, those people are like fingernails on the chalkboard. I get it, bad happens, that's life. You know, nobody's perfect, nothing's perfect. The best laid plans are sometimes completely scrapped. But the important thing to remember is that you're going to succeed no matter what, and that's the difference between a solution mindset and problem mindset. And really, they call it being an optimist as well. So I like to be kind of the realist / optimist. But the importance of having a solution mindset, I just can't emphasize enough, because it literally will mean the difference between happiness or despair. I've seen it firsthand. Myself, I've seen it in the SEAL teams. I've seen it in the sniper course. People implode and fail out. I've read about it in books. A great book I've recommended a couple times to you guys is called Man's Search for Meaning, Viktor Frankl. It's an incredible read. And if there's any environment that would produce despair and hopelessness, it would be the bowels of a Nazi concentration camp in World War II, which Viktor Frankl survived. He literally talks about how people would just give up hope and die. And that's how important our mental health is on our physical health. Extremely important. So, the moment I decided to turn this pandemic into something of a win for me, the moment stuff started happening. I sold my novel to Random House for a record advance, a first-time novelist. I'd written a bunch of nonfiction, but never a full-length novel. I just recently sold it to that same book, which hasn't even come out yet. It publishes this July 21. We sold the streaming series rights, so it's sold to a major streaming network. They're going to start filming the series this summer. I bought my mom a golden doodle. I got my kids advanced scuba certified this summer. They went from 0 all the way to advanced scuba certification in Puerto Rico. What else? Launched, invested, co-founded, launched a kids vitamin company called Tiger Vitamins with my fellow co-founder Alda, and she's amazing marketer, amazing woman. I bought a self-storage business, took it from 55% occupancy to 100% occupancy in about 6 months, thanks to my son Hunter, who basically managed and did all the SEO for that business. But anyway, it's now so important more than ever that we choose to either think about the path to purpose, which is a big thing. I think setting goals and having purpose is incredibly important. A good friend of mine won the gold medal. It was the best day and the worst day of his life because he said he spent 8 years pursuing this massive objective. And what he said he should have done was realize he was going to achieve it and have something next. What's the next goal? And that kind of gives us purpose in life. We have to have that first. Think about that. And if you're like, oh God, it's going to take so much. Well, that's the struggle. Everybody struggles. Nobody gets through life without struggling. We need that in life. But we can despair and start talking about and thinking about all the things that are going to go wrong. Or we can start thinking about, okay, what do I actually have to do to make this happen that's in my power? I've been there when I was a junior Navy guy and submitted my first Navy SEAL training package. I got denied. I could have just quit, thrown in the towel. Everyone said I wasn't going to be a Navy SEAL anyway. But I applied a second time and then successfully completed training. It's just a matter of mindset. Mindset's so important. Something I am going to talk about in the future with you guys is applying this to parenting. I have 3 amazing kids. I'm a divorced dad. I'm not afraid to say that. I have a great co-parent. Their mom and I get along fantastically. We chose to put our kids first and our own differences aside. But I want to talk a little bit about that in the future, but also share my own parenting tips. And a lot of this like mental management stuff, I taught my kids when they were 3 years old, like no time like when they're young and malleable. So I'll talk about that in the future, but I hope you enjoy this video. And I appreciate you taking the time out to watch. And if you did watch and enjoy it and it helped, please share it with somebody. Give it a like and share it with somebody on your social media. All right, thanks. Bye.